Hi everybody, my name's Susi Henson, I run Eternal Spirits. Ironically actually, this is our 10th birthday today, 11th of January 2002 I actually set up the company. So my background is born and bred Nottingham, you can probably tell from the accent. I got a first class Bachelor of Arts degree from Nottingham Trent in fashion design, and then did an MA in fashion and textiles, and literally about a week later I set up Eternal Spirits, very naive to what running a business was actually all about. I am one of the few world-renowned corsetiers, which is a bizarre thing to say, but true. Not that I want to blow my own trumpet, but if ever there's an event to do that, I guess it's tonight. So as a corsetier, I create corsetry to Victorian handcrafted methods, and all my products have always been handmade in Nottingham by an in-house team. And as a corsetier, I do handmade corsetry, I do lingerie, bridal gowns and evening gowns. And I've actually, over the 10 years, achieved the success of putting a niche product into several different market areas: the lingerie market, the evening wear, bridal wear and ready to wear, all within luxury high-end. Ethical sourcing of all our fabrics and all our in-house production has always been very key to the business. And the techniques that we've used throughout that it's all been about the product, and this is where we have had our reputation. So over the 10 years, that reputation has grown to achieve international press, magazines such as Harper's Bazaar, Vogue, Elle, Marie Claire. The list is sort of onwards. Celebrities such as Dita Von Teese, Leona Lewis, Britney Spears, Girls Aloud, through to Jonathan Ross, randomly. Well, one of my corsets on his show. So all you men out there in suits, that's what he did on his show, and it looked very good. I've been lucky to show my collections in Japan, London Fashion Week, Cannes Film Festival. So lots of things. 2010 was a really good year for me. We achieved our biggest client, which is ASOS, which is the UK's largest online retailer. We were listed number 11 in the Independent's top 50 lingerie brands, and I also was in the final 5 for the UK Young Fashion Entrepreneur of the Year award. And 2011, continued success with several sell-out collections with ASOS. As well as our selling to ASOS, we sell to about 50 other high-end luxury boutiques around the world. But where our problem has been is the huge demand. We've got about 400 retailers wanting to stock the product, and with a small in-house team in Nottingham, and me actually not being about overseas production, I've not been able to achieve that demand. It's probably not a bad problem to have. But this city is actually what I want to sort of move on to. One of the key things we as businesses are talking about tonight is the city of Nottingham and why it's so important to our business. And Nottingham is incredibly important to me, not just because it's my home, but setting up a business, especially a creative company in Nottingham, is fantastic. The creative community and the spirit and the support, and I feel the success of my business has been because of where I have been based. And 10 years ago, when I established Eternal Spirits, I was told that I would never create a successful fashion label if I wasn't in London. And I think that's absolute rubbish, because this city fuels creativity. It has such an incredible spirit. And I know my business wouldn't have become what it has without the support of the city behind it and the people within it and the amazing people that I've worked with and collaborated with. And I'm sure everybody sitting here tonight will agree with that for their own businesses. And what I'm very, very passionate about now, aside to my business, which is actually in the throes of making some decisions with that, because I actually would like it to reach its full potential. So I'm putting together a portfolio to actually sell the brand. I'm very passionate about working within the city and the creative community, and one thing I would like to plug before I finish is an event called Designers Resolutions, which we have an amazing place. If you don't know about Antenna on Huntingdon Street, you need to get yourselves down there. It's a fantastic place. The menu is to die for, and it's a great, great venue, and it's an amazing hub of creativity in Nottingham. It is the centre of creativity in Nottingham. And Designers Resolutions is about pulling together lots of Nottingham talent and showing it off on an evening. And it's not necessarily to a creative audience, it's just to an audience of people that want to be inspired, want to be enlightened, and want to be fulfilled with just hearing some amazing people speak and inspire. So that's on the 29th of February, it's at Antenna, and that is, I guess, my answer to why I feel Nottingham's such a great city. So, thank you. I think it's that 5 minutes. Probably longer.
Susi, may I just ask you a couple of questions? I've looked at your business, and I think what you've achieved is simply amazing.
Thank you.
And I talked to a gentleman in a company called Burberry, a gentleman you may have heard of called Christopher Bailey. And I asked him about I showed him some of the stuff that I'd seen that you were doing.
Right.
And he said to me, how is Susi going to take the business forward from here? Because she's clearly achieved a great deal, and what you have is a luxury product, something which is going to be much sought after. Now, do you think, staying here in Nottingham, you have access to the resources and you can maintain that exclusivity and truly become a global brand?
I think you can become a global brand wherever you're based. Yes, definitely. I mean, we're in the middle of the country, so you can access anywhere else so easily, being close to an airport, close to the motorway, amazing train system. That's not it probably takes less time to get to London from Nottingham than if you lived in London. I mean, really where I'm wanting to take it forward is with a small in-house team in Nottingham, and there isn't the skills left in the UK at all in order to do the kind of production that I have the demand for with Eternal Spirits. In order for it to reach its full potential, there are other avenues that need looking at and a serious amount of capital investment. And that is why I feel that Eternal Spirits has so much more potential than I can personally, as me and my small team, give it, which is why that's my baby, and I feel almost ready to see it grow, maybe in somebody else's hands. I mean, that is, sometimes what having a business is all about is understanding its potential, understanding your own personal limitations, and being able to then use that to take it to the next level. So absolutely, I know, I mean, I'm sure the Burberry check would look great on one of my corsets, maybe. It's for sale. But no, in all seriousness, I know that it can absolutely achieve that potential. The product is beautiful, and there is nothing rivaling the product. But like I said, it would need a huge team and a huge amount of capital to turn it into what it can become. So that's where
Susi,
I'm looking at next.
Susi, I think what you have achieved with a small team is simply amazing.
Thank you.
And it's to be celebrated, and you're to be congratulated. And I think this is the right moment to check out, don't you?
Yes, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Thank you.
Susi, thank you very much.